I'm Emma Griffiths. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the Friends of Westonbirt Arboretum here at Westonbirt. So Westonbirt Arboretum is just a wonderful place to be. It has huge open spaces and lots of beauty for people to immerse themselves in. And our feeling is that it should be available to as many people as possible. Within our communities, there are many barriers to accessing for different groups of people. The socio-economic climate at the minute can make it very difficult to access, and in Gloucestershire particularly, the transport infrastructure, public transport, is pretty poor. And we are in a rural location. Many nature sites are in a rural location, and it's impossible for many to get here. The point that if somebody got here on a bus in the morning and they missed that bus in the afternoon, they were stranded. So the Access to Nature Forum was a key opportunity for us to get involved and to meet with other partners, similar types of organisations, and to learn from each other. So this is something else that we're really interested in, seeing what we can support in the county to develop and how we can support people getting on site to here. There have been some incredible learnings being part of the Access to Nature Forum. I think first and foremost for me, particularly in my role, was the opportunity to meet with other senior leaders and managers and to think in the first instance about the culture of the organisation. So the first session of Access to Nature was really focused on organisational culture. From my point of view, if we're going to address any real change and impactful change in our organisation, we need to start looking first and foremost with ourselves. From my perspective, it's around behaviours and culture and attitudes from the top right through to the bottom. The first thing was really to bring back some of that learning into our organisation and for us to begin to look at our own culture, our values, and the learning from Barnwood in terms of the development that they've done in their own organisation was truly inspirational. There are just so many tweaks that you can make, and this is one of the things that we learned from the development of your materials, your map, your provision of seating, for example. Just letting people know in advance all that they need to know before they come on site. Different ways of making our website and our sort of public window, if you like, accessible was again key learning opportunities around little things that we can do. And I think one of the other key learnings for me is that it's not a barrier to become more accessible and to break down barriers, because there are so many little things that you can do. People really need to come here and feel welcome, and that this is a place that they can identify with from wherever they're coming, and feel welcomed and accepted, and that their needs are going to be met. I think I was quite taken aback when realising that we felt that we had an awful lot to offer, on offer already, but it doesn't feel good enough for me to be sit here in this amazing environment and thinking about these things and making a few tweaks when there's so much more that needs to happen in the county. I think the forum has really gained momentum over the year. It's brought together some like-minded people who have the ability to generate a real impact in the county, given the different organisations that are involved. It's a big opportunity for us now. I feel we have a responsibility to keep going with that momentum, and I think what I would like to see the Access to Nature Forum do is to continue thinking strategically and about infrastructure that impacts all of the accessibility across the county. There's only so far we can go, but I think collectively we can really help the county to start addressing some of these key issues, and using our influence and demonstrating the impact that we've had through the things that we have done already to help decision makers make changes that are going to be very impactful beyond the rural communities that are close by. We've got the city of Gloucester and Cheltenham and Stroud, and people over in the Forest of Dean who could all benefit with getting to sites like this. And it seems a real shame that people aren't able to, particularly on the back of coming out of a COVID pandemic, mental health pandemic, economic crisis. If there's now a time more than any where people need to be able to come and decompress and enjoy nature.